All right, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to make this Emma Beauty Salon flyer design. Okay, right here in Canva. So without wasting much of our time, let's get down to it. Get started with our exercise file. Okay, they are here. In case you want to get them in your Google Drive, that's the link that I've sent to you. We have all these normal class lessons. Then we have this flyer design advanced. Okay. Then we have this salon flyer design. Then we have the SSS file. Okay. Then we have all these. Okay. I've connected my Google Drive to my Canva, and that's the folder you are seeing right here. SSS file. Okay. Maybe immediately after this video, I'm just going to show you how to connect your Google Drive to your Canva. It's very straightforward. But for now, let's get started with the design. So what we can do first, we have our color palette here. So I'm just going to bring it in. Anything you import here now is going to be appearing in your Google your upload folder, okay, in Canva. So I just want to bring this here so I can change my background first, and I'm going to change it to this color. Okay, normally when you put your picture here, Canva is going to select the colors out of the picture, so I'm just going to pick on this instead of using the color picker. Yes, you're already familiar with that. Okay, so now that we are here, we're going to go back to our files. Okay, let's go back to our upload. Okay, Google Drive. Okay, now we are here. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is to bring in our logo. Okay, always be patient when you are importing things because you need to upload them into your Canva first. I'm going to duplicate this, Alt drag to duplicate. Let's put our color palette here. I'm just going to make all this one real big. Okay, let's chop out this part. In case you're wondering why Salon is spelled as S-A-L-O-N, it's actually a typo error. This is a fictional brand, but I actually posted it on my Facebook, and somehow somebody said he wants a design like that, and now I'm designing a real client job from just posting a fictional design. Okay, you should do that too. Okay, because you may never know where client is going to come from, even from fictional design, especially when you're starting out. I'm going to Alt drag this because I want a duplicate of it here. Now I'm just preparing the background. Okay, so we have all these images. Let me take this one a little bit down because I want it to be in the background. So I'm going to copy this transparency and paste it on this one. Okay, so that they have the same transparency. Okay, I'm going to select both of them. 1, 2, group them, then send them to the back because I don't want them to distract anything I'm trying to drag here. Then what else do I need? Okay, I need all these images, but first okay, let's start bringing in the images. I'm going to bring in this first one, and then just click all of them and bring them. Okay, so that I don't wait for them to be uploaded. So I'm just going to be removing the background. I'm supposed to have done this by removing the background before now, but I'm just thinking of, I want you to see the whole process. This one to remove the background. I think I'm missing one image. This lady, I think so. Yeah. So I'm just going to remove the background. Okay, once they are done, I'm just going to proceed with arrangement. Okay, let me see. I mean, I use all the image as I did while I was practicing, because sometimes you just change your mind sometimes. Okay, maybe I should just use them the white. I think it would be best. Okay, the arrangement of elements is one thing that you have to be constantly pushing around, but sometimes if you have already a blueprint of what you want, it's way easier. Something like a layout, I mean to say. So I'm just going to put this one here, something like that, so I can hide behind this one, or maybe we can make this one a little bit bigger. bring this one here. It is one big. So I'm going to send this one to the back. Alt left bracket. Then this one, I think this one, I might just flip it because I want the image to be looking this way. Yep. Okay, so I'm just going to send this one to the back. Control Alt left bracket. And I think we are good, except for this image. I think it's not big enough. Okay. Then this one. Then this very one at the top. Okay, I've pushed this one too much to the back, so I'm going to push this image now so I can get access to this one. Okay. Okay, so I'm having problem with this part, so I'm going to crop this part. Then I'm also having problem with this one coming. I'm going to crop it here so that we can hide it. Then this one we have in this line here. I really don't want that to show, so I'm just going to cover it. Okay, this kind of layering everything so that they really lap. Okay, and this one I think is not big enough. Oh no, it's big enough. So I'm just gonna select all of them, then just nudge it a little bit to the side. Okay, I may just put something black here, something like shape. Let me click arrow on my keyboard. It's gonna bring in a key. Then I may just send it to the back. Okay, while it's still selected, I will just change the color to black. So that it fills that gap, so I don't see it. Okay. So I'm going to click on arrow on my keyboard. Arrow is going to bring rectangle, square rather. I'm just going to round off the edge. Okay. Then this one, just send it to the back. But before I do that, let me change the color to this dark brown. Okay, we have our 3 color palette here. And click off, then send it to the back, something like this. Then we're going to bring in this shape. Okay, let me crop out this part. Okay, actually save this thing separately, that's why they're having this extra edge. Okay, so I'm going to make a duplicate of this rectangle. Alt drag it. Let's drag it to both end. Make sure it snaps on those both end. So right here I'm going to send to the front. Control right bracket. Okay, then we have all these little other elements. Okay, before I come to the little other elements, I just want to bring in the text. Okay, we have our text here, MR, so I'm going to drag it into our design. I think for this one I use something like Authera for the font. Let me just look for it. This one, Ateron. Okay, that's the one I used, and I'm going to change the color to the dark brown. Okay, make it this way, and okay, now we have our design is coming out. Okay, I'm going to use the bring in a ruler, shift arrow, and I'm going to drag. I want it to be aligned with this. Okay, I think this is cool. Then for our logo, I think we'll do the same. Ctrl Z. And just nudge it upward a bit. Okay, then for our text in here, I'm just gonna bring in this one, then this one, then this one. Control and just drag all of them. Oh, drag all. I don't know what just happened there, but so we have this one. We're just gonna place it under here. I'm gonna change the font later, the font and the color. Then this one, I'm gonna position these ones here. Okay, sometimes when you're working with client, make sure that your texts are already been prepared. not really in selection or alignment. Just make sure your text are somewhere that you can copy and paste. I'm going to add a little bit. Let's added what they call this bullet pointing. Okay, then this one, then this one. Okay, I'm going to change the font to Poppins. I think I'm addicted to Poppins. There's nothing anybody will say. It's obvious. Some of you will be saying like, he's a beginner designer. Oh well, over time you just get addicted to something. So I'm just gonna make this one a color, then make this one this color. I don't want anything to be white, okay? And that's why we have this light background, okay? Then what we need to do now is to bring in our contact information. I'm gonna drag into our design. Then, yep, I'm gonna make this one a little bit taller, okay? Then position this one here, position this one here. I think we need the Instagram icon now. Yeah. Okay. So we can do, we're gonna crop out one part, crop out this part, so it can be easy for us to align. I hope you already know where to get icon scout. I've taught you that before when I was teaching you how to search. But I just want you to have access to all these elements without us going to look for it to waste much time. So that's why I provided them separately so that we can just drag and drop. So we have this one now. I'm going to make a duplicate or drag. Hold down your shift key so that it moves in a straight line and not in the other direction. So this one I'm going to double click on it. Then I'm going to just drag this icon into it. Then just crop out this part because I can see that Instagram icon is cropping in. Okay, so for this one we're going to do the same thing. Choose the fonts to Poppins. Okay, Poppins, then Poppins. This is bold. I'm going to use this, leave this two as white. I don't know, maybe I should change them to, I think so. Let me just change them so that everything look uniform. Okay, okay, so now we have both of these. Okay. Okay, our design is almost out but not completely out. Okay, I'm gonna make this one a little bit bigger. Okay, I'm gonna drag this one here. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, not that small. Okay, okay, now we have a lot of work to do. We're gonna be working on the image. Okay, our design is almost done, but the image ain't looking great, especially with somehow the arrangement. Then we're going to work on the image first. Let's start with this first one. So we're going to come to edit. We're going to go to adjust. Okay, and I think the image are already looking great, but they are really blurry. I don't know if you can see them, but we need to sharpen them because it's going to make a whole lot of difference. Then boost the vibrance. Okay, I think we are really too up close, so I'm just going to zoom out so that I can see the difference. Okay, look at the image. I'm going to click on reset, then I'm going to Ctrl Z so that I see the difference. Reset, then Ctrl Z, reset, Ctrl Z. Now you see the difference, very clear. So we're going to do the same for this. We're going to sharpen it. Okay, then we're going to boost the vibrance. Okay, the same thing. Okay, boost the vibrance, boost the sharpness. There are images that require more than this, but I'm not going to go through the whole process. I've taught you this before, how to make your image look 10 times better. The vibrance, I think this is cool, but this one is a little bit too reddish. I don't know, she's too browny. Maybe I can just come and reduce the what they call it, contrast, black, I don't know, yeah, something. I think that's it. Make it a little bit brighter. Oh, cool. Okay, brightness. Should we look different from from the rest? I'm gonna drop the vibrance a bit. Let me see. Okay, vibrance. I think the vibrance is too much on her. Cool. Okay, nice. Ctrl Z. I want my former position. Okay, cool. So now that we've worked on it, we need to work on we need to add some drop shadows. Okay, now we need to duplicate every image here that we've made and manually place them back. So I'm going to duplicate this one or drag. Now we're going to come here and we'll go to dual tone. We're going to make it all black. I haven't told you this separately before, but this is one of the tricks that you can use to make shadows. Maybe I'm just going to make another tutorial too on how to do that. So I'm going to come here to blur, come to whole blur. I'm just going to make it really blur, 100%. Okay, now we have this guy that we can just place somewhere here. Okay, and we're going to send it to the back. Okay, control left right bracket. So I like as if she's casting shadow on her, as if she's there. Okay, I'm going to drop it. Drop it. Okay, something like this. Let's see. Cool. You don't notice it, but I can. Let me see if I can push it out before and after. Okay, what I can do to make this one even more interesting, I'm going to duplicate this page now, Ctrl D, so that I see the difference by the time we are done. Okay, on this one, I'm going to delete the one I just added. Am I selecting the right thing? I think so. Let me press delete first. Okay, that's the shadow. So let's come back. Now we are on this shadow. I'm going to crop out this part because I don't want it. Okay, I don't want it to be casting on this part. I just want it to have this shift. So the same thing. I'm going to drag this one here. Then this shadow, I'm going to make duplicate Ctrl D. I want it to be here. So instead of going to make the same effects on this one, I'm just going to select this one, copy layer style, and just paste it on this image, and it's going to give me exact effect. Okay, so now I'm going to place it behind this one and send it to the back. Control left bracket. Okay, now I want, okay, make sure that the shadow is casting on this, in front of this one. Okay, now perfect. In case you can't really use the Alt and the bracket, Control Alt and bracket, just come to layer and make sure that you are dragging the layer behind this one. Okay, this is the drop shadow. Now it's rightly behind the image itself. Okay, that's what you want. Okay, and it's just gonna cast like this. Then we have this one. We're gonna make the same thing, or to drag and select this drop shadow. It's not a drop shadow anyway. Just paste it on it. It's gonna give you the same effect. And I'm gonna drag it here. Then on your layer, make sure that it's behind the image itself. This one. Okay. In case you can't manually select, make sure when you're selecting the right layer. Now this one is too really sharp for me. I'm just going to drop it more. Okay, I want it very soft right there. Okay, this one, I don't think this one needs, because it doesn't really have anything, but let's just do it. I'm going to select this one, copy layer style, paste layer style, drag it to the side, then make sure it's just behind the layer. That's all. So now I just want it very subtle. I'm going to drop the opacity here too. Sometimes working with these drop shadows can be, I really don't want drop shadow on this one, for real. I don't. Boy, I need it very subtle there, very subtle. Okay, so I'm going to drop the opacity more. It seems not to be there, but it's there. I can see it. I can see it. So now we have it. Now, so this is let me hide my ruler, shift arrow, so that you see what I'm talking about. So this is without drop shadow, and this with drop shadow. Just look at it here. Drop shadow, no drop shadow, drop shadow. Subtle, but it's amazing. Okay, I love it. I love it. It shows that these images are there as if the heads of the people were actually in the shot. Okay. Then now what we can do, we're gonna use these elements just to make it a little bit lively. Okay, I've already clicked it twice. I'm going to delete one of them. Then just going to Ctrl Z. Just use element Alt drag, then just make duplicate the bigger one. Here I'm just going to use the Control left bracket. Okay, in case you're pressing your your control left bracket is not working, just deselect the item and select again. You're just going to give, let me send it back. Okay, then we're going to bring in, there is this element that I use. Okay, I think this one, just to design it. Okay, this one's already blurred. I'm going to place this one here. Yes, send it to one more. I don't know. I may not use this at the end, but I feel like this takes up to down. So I'm just gonna select this, then just nudge down a little bit upward. Okay, I can place this one here. Just send it a little bit backwards. Okay. I know you may be asking, what was it doing there? Just add some kind of depth of field. So that we have this one sharp, then it's like you're going into the design. See this one first, then while going in, it's like you pass an element that the camera isn't focusing on, then go a little bit deeper. Okay, I think this one is too big in a way. So the last thing we're going to do is to use light. There's this light that I use. This is my favorite. I've saved it, but you just need to search for it. Let me look for saved item. It used to be somewhere here. Okay, start item rather. Okay, these are items that I use frequently. I don't know why I even kept this one here, but there's this light. You can't see it because I'm in light mode. If it's in dark mode, you're going to see that one. So we have this element. So I'm going to make this color to be this color here. So I'm going to use my almighty dual tone for coloring. So I'm going to select the first color, use the color picker. Just pick the color of the background. Okay, then select the second color. So what we have simply done now is to change this white stuff now into the color of the background. So we're going to be placing it strategically on our design so that it's kind of help to blend this text into the background. Okay, and you see this edge now as if it's fading out. You won't know because it has the same color of the background. If I should change one of its colors now, let me change this one to, you can see that it's there, but because it has the same color with the background, you won't notice. So whenever you're using this light to hide stuff, make sure that you're choosing the right color, okay, so that it blends well with the background. I'm gonna press Ctrl Z here. Okay, Ctrl Z. So it's here. I'm still gonna place it somewhere here. Just make it a little bit bigger, then just hide it a bit. Then let's make another one here. Okay. Something subtle. I think I should send this logo to the front so that it doesn't affect it, but I don't know. I feel like maybe I should just reduce the opacity so I have that cool flow on everything. Okay, then here too, I'm just gonna make this one really big. Okay, just place it somewhere here on our head. It's cool. Then just maybe drop the opacity a bit. Okay. Then for this one, I think we are pretty cool. Okay, let's do something on the text. Okay, we can't do that now, but we can do it here. And what I wanted to show you is to add a little bit of drop shadow. Okay, let's zoom all the way in. You can see that we're having this drop shadow here, but I want the color to be something dark. I'm going to use a color picker and just pick up something here. Now we have a cool color effect. So here we're going to take the blur up because once this, I don't know if you can see it. Just going to blur it a bit. Okay. The distance, we can just leave the distance the way it was. Okay. Then look at the transparency. I want it to be really soft, as if it's not there, but it's there. Okay. That's cool. That's what I wanted to achieve. We can do same for this one too. Effect, drop shadow, pick the right color. Okay, I think we have the right color already. I mean, not really the right color, but it's close. I think something dark will work well for this one. Then make sure that the blur is up. Okay. So we just want something very subtle. Then you can drop the opacity a bit. Okay. This helps to actually lift the text. We can actually use lifts, but that one doesn't give you real control. And that's it. All right. Let me drop this one a bit upward. Cool. So that's it. That brings us to the end of the video. I think our logo here is still down. It's not giving this breathing room. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to pick. Okay, so we need to drag this one upward. Okay. I feel like there's a small cool. Then our rectangle here, I feel like it's too curvy. Okay, what I'm doing now is may just take forever. Okay, always looking for this one thing that you need to arrange well, that you didn't do well. Then finally make sure to delete your color palette. Okay, where's my color palette? Delete. I don't want you anymore. Bye. Yeah. So that brings us to the end. This one too. Okay, I promise that's going to be the last thing I'm going to change. Maybe I should also change. Oh, sorry. It never ends. Okay, I may even come here after now and just say something that I just want to change. So that brings us to the end of this video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Yeah.